I bought the house because it was cheap. Too cheap. Victorian, 3 stories, original woodwork, stained glass windows, and a history that the realtor conveniently couldn't find. The attic was sealed shut. No one mentioned why. The neighbors just stared when I moved in. An old man across the street muttered something under his breath when I introduced myself. I only caught one word: widow. That night, the house creaked and settled like bones shifting. I tried to ignore it, but then I heard a woman sobbing. I was unpacking when I found it. A black and white photograph inside the fireplace, slightly scorched but intact. A woman in a long dress, pale, stern eyes, standing in front of the very house I now owned. Written on the back in old ink, Margaret Wren, 1889. She never left. I didn't recognize the name, but when I hung my own photos on the hallway wall, hers was already there. I didn't put it up. I asked my friend who helped me move. She said, "You only brought 5 frames. There are 6 on the wall now." That night I couldn't sleep. Every floorboard in the hallway outside my room began to creak, one by one, as if someone was slowly walking toward my door. I opened it. No one there, but the floor was wet, like someone had cried all the way down the hall. At 3:11 a.m., the lights flickered, and a woman's voice whispered from inside the wall, "You took her place." I pressed my ear against the plaster and heard breathing. The attic was sealed with thick nails and rusted hinges. The next morning, it was wide open. I hadn't touched it, didn't even have a ladder. Inside, dust floated like ash. In the center, an old rocking chair, facing a cracked mirror. And on the wall behind it, a drawing of me, sketched in charcoal, with my eyes scratched out. In the corner, I found a rotting trunk. Inside were dozens of dresses, and one looked identical to the one I saw in the photograph of Margaret. The room smelled like roses and earth, and behind me the rocking chair began to move. It happened during dinner. I turned away from the stove for a second, and there she was, standing at the far end of the kitchen. No sound, no warning. Her dress was water-stained and torn. Her skin was bloated. Her eyes were wide open, but not blinking. She stared at me like she was still underwater. I screamed. She didn't flinch. Then she whispered, "You're not supposed to be here. She'll be angry." I turned the lights on. She was gone, but her wet footprints led all the way back upstairs, into the attic. I checked the blueprints. There was no attic on the original plans. No 3rd floor. The house was built with only 2, but I had walked those stairs. I had stood in that room. I brought in a contractor. He laughed. "There's nothing up there," he said. But when he knocked on the ceiling above the 2nd floor, we both heard it. Knock, knock, knock. 3 soft knocks from the inside. He left. Didn't charge me. That night I heard the rocking chair again, and a lullaby sung through the vents. I covered every mirror in the house. Didn't matter. I saw her in reflections anyway. Puddles, glassware, black screen of the turned-off TV. Always the same, Margaret standing just behind me, lips moving. I finally uncovered the attic mirror. She wasn't behind me. I was behind her, and she turned around. Her face was hollow, like something had chewed through her from the inside. "You invited me back," she said. "Now she'll wake up." The house grew cold. The wallpaper peeled like skin. I heard a second voice now, younger, desperate. A child's whisper. "I didn't mean to let her out. Please send her back." In the attic, I found a child's drawing under the floorboards. A little girl. A woman. The house in flames. On the back, written in crayon, "She lives in the walls. She listens when you cry." The lights began to flicker, and then I heard both voices say, in perfect unison, She doesn't want to be alone anymore. This morning, the hallway wall changed. My photos were gone. In their place was a new one, black and white, old frame, stained edges. In it, the woman, the child, and me. Eyes hollow, skin pale, smile faint. In the mirror across the room, I didn't blink. She did. Margaret is gone now, but something else stayed behind. I hear someone moving inside the walls when I sleep. She rocks in the attic and whispers my name, because the house always needs someone to remember her. And now it's me.